MBD, they last played against 7 districts, isn't it? And was an forgettable match for them.
The match was over and chased by 7 districts in just 10 overs. So they went at 10 per over constantly, over 10 on over. So there was no doubt that they were going to take that. Yep.
And also we had a special guest today.
Yes, yes, Srijit with Shiv. How was that experience for starters?
Oh, magnificent! I never ever thought that I will be able to, see Shiv Narayan Chandrapal, the veteran southpaw from West Indies, and certain memories in my mind. The way he comes, approaches to the crease, he takes that bail and hits it, and then he takes his guard. That is something which is very fresh, and the way he, plays spinners. And I remember Sharandeep Singh, Harbhajan Singh, the way he sweeps, class.
Absolutely. He was a treat to watch, one with a very unique stance and would change at the very last moment. And he's played some of the greats like Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus, Glenn McGrath. He would change his stance and play shots all around the ground.
He would take his time. I remember he's not someone who will come and from the very first ball he will start hitting. He'll take his time. He will adjust himself, he will understand the pace and the bounce, and then he will, after 10-15 deliveries, he will place his innings. And many a times I've seen West Indies losing 3 or 4 wickets. He's there and he has helped his side to win games.
Absolutely, he was one ever dependable, especially after the wicket of Lara. He would take on the games. He had a very good conversion rate. He would, as you mentioned, he would start a little slow, but then he would convert that into a big one pretty quick though.
And he was a happy man today, happy coach, because his side, USA, won the bilateral series against UAE, and they won it quite comprehensively. So he was a happy man today.
Absolutely, and as we saw the attitude in the UAE women's players, that showed right, that was very evident while they were playing today.
Absolutely, and we were talking about that as well when we were, entering a comm box. They were having all smiles around, and that attitude is quite visible. The body language, which is very important. You being wicket keeper and of course umpire, and you always look at the players, and you know that this player is very confident. We can expect some firework, or if he's a bowler, then we get a feeling that they will get 3 or 5 wickets.
Absolutely. The 2 batsmen in, Jiju Janardhan is on strike from the Pacifc group, and he will look to play a long innings along with Fahad, who's in fine touch. Srijit.
It's a change in the opening combination which we saw in the last game, and Mohammad Yasir is captaining Emirates NBD Cricket Club. They will have to make sure that they are picking up wickets in the first 6 overs. That is very crucial, because we saw they have a habit, especially Pacific Group batters, to score as many runs in first 6 overs where 2 players are outside the 30-yard circle, and then that turns out to be a big cushion for the middle order, and that's the reason why we have seen them scoring 200 plus runs in this tournament many a times.
Absolutely. Emirates NBD should have done some homework. May want to get some inroads early on in that power play.
You're right. As we speak, we're about to witness the first delivery, and those who have joined us late, Pacific Group, they have won the toss and decided to bat first. There you go, first delivery swinging in, and what a way to start. Flicked it towards onside. I for one thing thought that it will clear the fence. Couple of runs there for Pacific Group.
Yeah, picked up well off his hips. Down to square leg. They ran well, they got the 2 runs there.
This is very important aspect of the game, running between the wickets. Because many a times we have seen that quality bowlers, they won't allow you to score runs freely. So what you can do is get those singles. Meanwhile, full length delivery, wayward line, flicked it towards onside. No chance for the fine leg fielder. 4 runs, first boundary for Jiju Janardana and Pacifc Group.
Yeah, Jiju Janardhan showing his intent right from the very first ball. He wants to get going, doesn't want to waste any time. And that's gone fine, down to fine leg for 4.
That's intent, as you rightly said. And during the toss, he was very confident. And that is oozing out, especially when we are witnessing his batting, the very first delivery that he faced. Well, up in the air and taken. Commentators curse, I would say. We're talking about Jiju Janardana's intent. And there you go, he comes down the track, he flicks it, and straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. He's gone.
That was straight down his throat, angled in again. Jiju Janardhan walking down the wicket, trying to flick that over mid-wicket, and he's gone for 6 of just 3 deliveries. It's 6 for no loss. New man in, Abhay Jotin. Taking guard, taking middle guard there. Pacifc Group 6 for the loss of 1 wicket.
And we were talking about partnership, we were talking about the first 6 overs, how crucial is picking up wickets in first 6 overs. Excellent delivery first up to Abhay Jotin. Plays it defensively. And there was a direct hit from the mid-wicket fielder. They are appealing, and umpire is going upstairs. Look at that. Wasn't a confident looking stroke at all. He picks it up and fires in a throw. Well, he's well inside the safety of his crease.
Looks like Abhay Jotin just wanted to get off strike. There's no need to take that risk early on after losing the first wicket in the very first over. Well, he's safe now. Umpire still waiting for that decision.
I think that was needless. At times we have seen that how crucial those runouts are. They need a partnership, and they don't have to take that extra pressure, because already they have scored 7 runs in the first 4 deliveries, so they got the runs. They just need to make sure that they are there and weaving a partnership, which is very important first up, especially when the wicket is hard and ball is coming nicely onto the bat. You have to just spend some quality time in the middle.
Yeah, Srijit, it's all about partnerships. You build that partnership, you bat deep, you're in for a very big score. Not sure what the delay is. Okay, the signal is not out from the center, and that brings Fahad on strike, who will face his very first delivery in the first over.
talking about Fahad, scored 78 runs in the previous game against International Warriors, 10 fours at a strike rate of 181.
It's good swing. Swung right in the air. No room for Fahad. Fahad very watchful on that occasion.
So there's something for the bowlers. If you pitch it in right areas, and the way Mohammad Yasir is getting the ball to move, it was very expensive in the previous match against Future Mattress. This one slightly outside the off stump, opens the face of the bat, and gorgeously done. 4 runs.
Just a bit short and outside the line of the off stump. Fahad saw that opportunity between the left of backward point, pierced the gap straight to the boundary. It's 11 for 1 after the first over.
Ekla Haider will come and bowl the second over. Shot wide outside the off stump, and this one, he was very lucky that he get a boundary for that one. It was way outside the off stump, shot wide, and there was a sticker on it, hit me.
Looks like Fahad or Rabia are looking for some pace on the ball. They're not getting enough pace. They're made to work hard for their runs. Anything that's strayed a little off the line has been dispatched for 4.
He will have to make sure that he's bowling wicket to wicket. He's not giving away any freebies. That's what fellow players are explaining it to him.
Change of bat by umpire. Punch to the covers. Straight to cover. No run there.
Good attacking field setup there by Emirates NBD Cricket Club. They know that they got an important wicket. Okay, and this one in the air. Fall short of the fielder at backward point, will be getting a single.
What we see here is Emirates NBD have kept it tight. They haven't been losing the field. They've been putting their 100% effort every time the ball is hit towards them. So that's definitely going to count at the end of the innings. They can look back and say that they've saved some runs. But we're yet to see, it's still too early in the innings. And we hope that they maintain that same intensity. Straying down the leg side on that occasion. Well taken by the wicket keeper. Unlike
Yasir, he's not getting the ball to move the way Emirates NBD skipper was able to. Even if you're not able to swing the ball, you have to make sure that you are putting it in right areas. Again, straying down the leg and rightly called by the umpire wide.
Heather trying to get some pace going. May want to try and control the line and length. Just short, pulled away down to square leg boundary for 4. That was easy pickings for Fahad there.
You can't err in line, especially when you're bowling against someone like Fahad. He's fresh from his half century in the previous match, and look at that position. He was in great position to play that shot. He swiveled as he played that one towards backward square leg. They need to have a plan against this man.
Got right behind that line on that occasion.
Much better line. Played it with the straight bat. Will retain strike. 2 overs gone, 20 for 1.
First over wala. Mohammad Yasir to continue from the school end. Again, short, right off his hip. They've got a man. They've got protection down to square leg, just for a 1.
I think he's very strong in that particular area. You try to unsettle him by bowling that line or length, won't trouble him. We saw that in the previous over where he played a magnificent pull shot towards backward square.
He's got a long on and a deep square leg.
I think that's the line you need to target. We'll get 2, but slightly towards off stick because he's able to. He's looking for the 3rd. This could be very dangerous, but excellent running. Good presence of mind there by Fahad. He saw that opportunity and went for the 3rd.
Big boundaries there. They knew there was a square leg, but no one at deep mid wicket. They ran the first one hard. That is very important, Srijit. Coaches always emphasize on the first run during the training sessions.
Again, slightly shorter in length. Father's not happy. From the inner half of the bat, just a single, but this is what we were talking about the entire tournament, that how important is, getting runs, singles and doubles. And talking about this side, even if they are not getting boundaries, they are making sure that they are not wasting any deliveries.
Again, that's pull, that's up in the air, mid wicket after it. And the batsman settled for 2.
So intent is pretty clear. They are showing that aggression And good thing is that they are mixing caution with aggression. That's what you need to do. They're not giving away chances. Getting down the leg stump. Wide signal by the umpire.
Straying a little bit in length, Yasir on that occasion. You want to target the fifth stump and then angling it in. Just a little back of length may trouble the batsman.
Look at that. Inner half of the bat wasn't a convincing shot. It should be slightly towards off because he's able to bring the ball in and he's getting the ball to swing, which is a good sight for any fast bowler, or for that matter any spectator. We sitting in the comm box are enjoying, but it should be in the right areas. It should be slightly around that corridor of uncertainty where you have a chance to find the gap between bat and pad. Meanwhile, played it uppishly straight to the fielder. Not for any runs. Excellent delivery to end the over. 3 overs gone, 29 for 1 Pacific Group. Our clock will continue. Low full toss outside the off, some misfield, and they will get an easy boundary.
One of the many occasions, rare occasions I would say, in the field from Emirates NBD. Didn't time the dive, didn't get behind the ball.
And it's a no ball signal by the umpire. And it was the batsman who was informing the umpire that something is not correct. Maybe number of fielders. Slightly shorter in length, top edge. No chance for fine leg fielder, 4 runs.
That's just rubbing salt in wounds. You get hit for a boundary of a misfield. The umpire calls it a no ball, and the very next delivery, you've given the batsman enough time to pull that down to fine leg.
I want to ask you this question because in the previous delivery we saw a batsman pointing out to the umpire. And what is that feeling in umpire's mind that, hey, I couldn't really notice that. Played it towards onside for a quick single.
Well, as an umpire, you would always hope that the fielding captain doesn't come up to you and say that you're not doing a good job. Well, on this occasion, this umpire is pretty lucky that the fielding captain didn't come up towards him.
It was the batsman, meanwhile, slightly towards middle stick. Again, fielder is inside the 30-yard circle and they are easily rotating strike. I think they have to make sure that the fielders are not on the edge of the 30-yard circle, maybe a couple of steps forward.
Fahad and Abhi have already understood the fielders already. So, again, driven through the onside.
I think they have struggled against full length deliveries outside the off stump, and that's their weakness, I believe, and they need to bowl accordingly.
Again, straying down the leg side. Haider struggling a little bit in this over. Again, short down the leg side, pull down towards mid wicket. That will run away for 4. That's the end of the over. After 4 overs, it's 44 for 1. Yasir to continue from the school end. That's a good delivery. There was no room for Fahad to flick that down the leg side. Just played it cautiously. Just let that sit right down the wicket.
I think that's the length and line which we are talking about, which you need to bowl to Fahad, because he has struggled against that length, that line. And if we look at the previous delivery that he faced, he was forced to play a defensive prod. That too not convincingly he played. And slightly short, but straight to the fielder, head shot mid wicket. The ploy has really worked. It's a big wicket in the form of Fahad. Was looking really not good, was timing the ball really well, and then this happened.
Testing his patience over after over. They weren't putting too much pace on the ball. That's what Fahad likes. He likes that pace coming through onto his bat, and on that occasion, no pace at all. Fahad, I'm sorry, it's Jiju that departs for 6. It's 44 for 2. Beg your pardon, it was Fahad, the last wicket to go. It's a big wicket. Pacific Group now at 44 for 2. Usman, the new man in, the left-hander, coming at number 4.
This would be interesting. Left hand, right hand combination in the middle. Abhay Jotin at the non-strikers end, and Usman will be taking strike now. That is attacking intent from the opposition. There is slip, there is gully, there is backward point, cover is there, long off patrolling the fence, and now they have pushed back that gully fielder towards third man. Fine leg is up in the ring, and there is mid wicket inside the 30-yard circle. Muhammad Yasir lost his footing and make his way back to his bowling mark. That's what you need to have in your mind. The moment you see the new batsman, put more close-in fielders, put more pressure. Well, probably trying for a jocular delivery, played it straight to the mid-wicket fielder.
Slow pace and movement in the air. That's why the batsmen are very watchful. They're watching the ball all the way till the end. Only when they lose out on patience, as we've seen, they've lost their wickets.
Oh, excellent delivery that. Shaping away from the left-handed Usman. And that's the area where you need to land that ball. Usman had no clue. And from that particular angle, if you can bring one back into the lefty, that won't be a good sight to watch, especially if you are in Pacifc group side.
The last delivery should do a lot for Yasir's confidence there. Just angled it right across.
Full length delivery, swinging delivery. Good thing was that he played with the straight bat. That's very important as a batsman when you are new to the crease. You have to make sure that you are playing first 5 deliveries with the straight bat to understand the movement, what the bowler is trying to do. Then probably you can try or manufacture rather. Look at that. Again with the straight bat. Good looking stroke that. He opens his account. 5 overs gone. 45 for 2. Ali Raja, na?
Change in the bowling from the academy end. Ali Raja. Emirates NBD have kept it tight the last 2 overs. They've picked up a couple of wickets. And it's only 45 after 5 overs. They've got 2 new... I'm sorry, Usman's the only new batsman in. Oh, that's more like a double wide. It's running down to the fence. Fielders won't get to it. That's a poor start to begin with.
I don't know what Ali Raja was trying to do on that occasion. When a full length dive from the wicket keeper, couldn't stop that one from reaching the boundary rope. And 50 comes up for Pacifc Group with that freebies.
If you get those runs at the start of the over without a delivery being bowled, that's enough for the batsman's confidence there. Again, same delivery. Wide signal by the umpire. Ali Raja struggling. Looks like he's going to bowl around the wicket. Good move. Maybe he can just angle that into the batsman.
Again, shot around his leg stick, got the treatment. And the pressure that Emirates NBD bowlers were trying to build in last 2 overs that have been released by this over from Ali Raza.
Again, short, straying down the leg side. No doubt in Usman's mind, he knew that fine leg was in the circle. He had enough time to place that ball over fine leg for 4.
Again down the legs, and how many deliveries gonna bowl in this over? He's already bowled 4 deliveries, out of which 3 were wide. Still 5 more to go in this over. Again a back of length delivery, result the same, 4 runs towards backward square leg.
That's just gonna build up Usman's confidence there. He knows this is the over, that they can get maximum amount of runs. Already 15 scored in this over. They just don't need to do anything silly. They know runs are coming. They should just welcome them with open arms.
Much better line, but marginally shorter in length. Just a single. Rather than bowling that leg stump line, I think he has to rejig his strategies. He will have to make sure doesn't try too many things. Just stick to one line. Don't give away those free boundaries to these 2 batters, because you are helping them to get back to their confidence. Again a back of length delivery. Pull shot comes in from Abhay Jotin. Just a single.
Looks like Raja is struggling against the left-hander. He's not able to get that line right against Usman. It was a much better line against Jotin. See, now Usman's on strike. Let's see what we have here. Okay, quick single. That's a steal. They've noticed that Ali Raja is pretty low on confidence, and they are pretty confident about he not getting to the ball. It's an opportunity they took to steal that single there.
Maintaining that pressure on Ali Raja, though that was a good delivery from Ali, but they got that run. Again this one, it looks close, appeal, and up goes the finger. Well, was an away shaping delivery. Look at that. Excellent stuff, top notch, to get rid of Abhay Jotin.
Completely unexpected by Jotin. He anticipated the ball would angle in, and that took him by surprise. Jotin departs for 24 of 15. It's 63 for 3 wickets. Spin introduced into the attack by Emirates NBD. Charuka Raveen will start proceedings from the school end. And he'll be bowling to Fayaz. Fayaz has also been in good form. So he takes strike now.
Excellent loopy delivery, but it's in the gap. Long chase for deep point fielder. Couple of runs there.
Emirates NBD may need to cover those gaps because Pacific Group is not losing out on any opportunity for taking the second run there.
Again, slightly shorter. Single there. They need to choke these runs, choke these leakage of runs. They know that singles will do at this stage because they are not taking any risk. 3 wickets are down already. What they need is partnership, and these two batters are well aware about that fact. Was already on the front foot, premeditated. He saw that, fired in around the leg and middle, was forced to play that defensive prod towards onside.
Oh, flighted delivery, that's wide called. Is there a stumping?
We'll have to wait and watch. It looks closed. Look at that back leg. Was it in the air? Over to you, keeper.
That was quick. Those were quick hands by the wicket keeper there. The umpires may have to take multiple takes on that to see if that foot was grounded or not. But again, quick work by the wicket keeper. You saw that foot was up in the air. And I would say well bowled by Charuka Raveen. He saw that Usman kept coming on the front foot and would have definitely anticipated there could be a message from the wicket keeper too. If you see him coming down the pitch, try and bowl up the wide delivery.
And that is always crucial from wicket keeper's part, to know what the batsman is trying to do and accordingly pass on the message to the bowler so that he can bring those small changes and help his side to get a wicket. And that's what exactly the wicket keeper did.
Messages from the wicket keeper are key to the captain and the bowler.
Oh, this one coming into the left-handed batsman, but right behind the turn bounce, played it straight to the fielder. Excellent over this, considering the fact that last 2 overs were very expensive. As a spinner, you have to make sure that you are forcing the batsman to take that risk. Bowl those loopy deliveries. This one outside the off stump, outside edge, didn't carry, straight to the fielder at short third man. Won't be getting any run.
See a bit of frustration on Fayaz. That's just short. And that's put away down to the deep square leg for 4. That was just one bad delivery and that's put away.
And that clearly goes on to show that you get singles and double. Oh, was there any chance?
Fielder not getting there in time. It's end of the 7th over. It's 71 for 3.
So spin attack from both the ends. Anurag comes and bowls slightly wider. The problem with these spinners is that they're not bowling those loopy deliveries. Take that risk, because batsmen, we saw Usman and Fayaz, when you bowl around middle and leg, they are a bit tentative. And as we speak, full line delivery on the off stick, drove towards onside, long gone for a single. So dealing in singles and doubles at this point in time, Fayaz and Usman. I think it's a right ploy as well, because any which way they're getting boundary the last delivery. So what they are doing is rotating strike, as this time around again a single. Look at the projected score, which is 195. They move at 9.87. This looks very close. Was trying to sweep that one towards onside, but he was an arm ball and quicker one as well. Was very lucky that it didn't kiss the off stick. Can he bowl a dot delivery? So far, just 4 runs is what he has conceded in this over. He'll have to make sure that he is not giving away boundary in the final one. This one up in the air, it looks close, and well, he dropped it.
Oh, that was a sitter. Not expected from a closing fielder.
Look at that. Oh, you won't get any further easier chance than this. 8 overs gone, 76 for 3. Charuk Arabian will continue. Tossed up delivery. And again forcing the batsman to go on to the back foot. I was impressed with the previous over from Anurag, where he changed his pace, and that was the reason why he was able to force the batsman to play a wrong one, though the point fielder couldn't latch on to that one. Otherwise would have been curtains. Slow one on the back foot, just a single.
The last drop catch, the point fielder can't complain if the sun was hitting his face, because he wore his cap backwards. So can't blame anyone. Straight up delivery. Just push down the leg side for a single.
Even we in the comm box, to have a nice sight, we have our glasses on. So just think about the players who are there in the middle. It's very important to have one. Slightly shorter in length. This time he finds the gap for single. Good comeback from Charuk Arabian, considering the fact that the first over was a bit expensive from him. Times we have seen that first 4 or 5 deliveries, batsmen try to get those singles and doubles, and then they try for a big one. That destroys the economy rate, that destroys the bowling analysis.
Pacific Group keeping that healthy run rate going. They haven't lost their way in scoring in spite of losing 3 wickets. That's just punched. Oh, that's a misfield there. It's a quick outfield. Beats the fielder to the boundary. It's 4 runs again. It's the end of the over. It's 85 for 3.
Anurag will continue. Oh, what a shot that. But straight to the fielder. A late cut coming in from Usman. But couldn't really find the gap between wicketkeeper and short third man. That's a sign of an intelligent cricketer. If you're not able to get runs, you try. And this one was up in the air. And misfield from the deep mid-wicket fielder. That allows Usman and Fayaz to go for the second run. Fielding has been a problematic thing for Emirates NBD Cricket Club. They dropped one and there were chances where they could have given just a single run, but they gave away 4.
Again, the commentators curse. We were talking about that in the first 2 overs where their fielding had been tight, but losing their way in the next few overs there.
Slightly quicker, straight to the fielder. Usman wanted a single, but Fayaz sends him back, rightly so. We haven't seen these two players using their feet and attacking the spinners. They are stuck inside the crease. Again, they had to reach. An excellent work by backward point fielder, diving towards right and certainly stopped 3 important runs.
They use the crease well, both Fayaz and Usman. They know they don't have to take any risks at the moment. They know they're getting the singles and the doubles. Just chip that one up in the air. If that would have possibly got a little bit into the middle of the bat, could go straight down mid off throat.
Comes on the track and wicket keeper misses. There was a chance. And remember the previous over from Anurag. That was the final delivery where the point fielder dropped Usman. And now it is wicket keeper. Look at that. Oh, there was a chance to dismiss Usman. Unlucky. 10 overs completed, 91 for 3.
Anurag bowling those tight lines just outside the off stump. Beg your pardon, is Charuka Raveen.
This is the third over. Oh, excellent delivery that. It's very close to the off stick. And captain persisting with these two spinners. But fielders will have to actually compliment them, because if they're not able to support their bowlers, no matter how well they bowl, exactly what we saw in the previous over. What we have seen from Charuk Aravin is that he has mainly pushed these two batters on the back foot. Maybe bowl that loopy delivery, force the batsman to come onto the front foot and play lofted shots, because you have fielders inside the ring. Again, on the back foot, slower through the air. No runs was resulted. ये अपने आप बंद हो रही है. Oh, this one quicker through the air, was on the back foot. Very predictable. Fayaz, if you look at the last three deliveries that he faced, all on the back foot.
Pick that up outside the off stump. Chase for the fielders. And they're back for two. End of the 11th. It's 96 for 3.
Anurag will continue. This one was an arm ball, just opening the face of the bat was Usman. He's bowled really well, 2 overs, none for 9. He was very unlucky not to get the wicket of Fayaz and Usman. In first 2 overs that he bowled, comes down the track straight to the fielder. It's very difficult. I just want to know how. Been long that they didn't score a boundary, and look at the projected score. It has come down to 169. One stage it was hovering around 10.5, which is a good sign.
Spinners keeping it tight, both Raveen and Anurag getting a little bit of that bounce there. Do you reckon Anurag to get a slip for Fayaz, because we saw 2 of these deliveries angling across the left-hander, getting that extra bounce? Maybe call that short third man in for a slip?
Oh, that won't be a bad idea, having one slip fielder. Put more pressure. There's a chance of a run out, but at the wrong end. Well, it's a direct hit. Direct throw from the wicket keeper. I think it looks close. It was Usman who was running towards the danger end. That looks very close to me.
Anurag was in the better position there to see what happened, and he looks confident. He sniffs a wicket there. We just have to wait for the third umpire. Looks like Usman was caught napping. Did not expect the wicketkeeper to throw the ball at the other end. Direct hits, always dangerous, Srijit.
No doubt in that. And wicketkeeper, you need to give credit to the wicketkeeper. He realized that Usman, who was running towards the danger end, was very casual. Never ever thought that a throw will be coming towards his end, because the point fielder already fired in a throw towards wicketkeeper. She was relaxed, but that will cost for sure. We'll have to wait.
Signal from the third umpire. And it's curtains for Usman. It's cut away to point. Good fielding there. And good presence of mind from the wicketkeeper. He saw Usman was napping there. And that's a direct hit. And it's curtains for Usman.
Excellent thinking by the wicketkeeper. It was Fayaz who was running towards the danger end, and Fayaz, after scoring 12, is walking back to the pavilion. And wicket number 4, Pacific Group, after 11.4, 97 for 4. First delivery to Usman. He flicks it towards onside. New batsman in is Ansh Tandon. Very promising lad. Will be a big responsibility on his shoulders to build a partnership with Usman. Emirates NBD Cricket Club, they have done really well to break partnerships at regular interval and not allowing batters to build partnership and score a mammoth total. Still they have a chance provided these two batters bat till the end.
Again, as you rightly said, Shijit, Emirates NBD breaking those important partnerships. It's end of the 12th over. It's 99 for 4.
Charukaraveen will continue. First delivery way down the leg stump, wide. Signal by the umpire. Again pushing the batsman onto the back foot.
Raveen's bowling action doesn't remind you of Washington Sundar.
Only difference is that Washington Sundar brings the ball from behind. He has changed his action a lot. In Ravichandran Ashwin, the way he brings the ball back, and look at that, flighted delivery outside the off stump, played it defensively. Oh, there was a chance. Goes down begging.
Yeah, seems like a mix of both. Washington Sundar and Ravichandran Ashwin. That's a good delivery. Just pushed it down to long on for a single. Just playing it safe. Usman still there with 31 of 27. Would love to play till the end.
Oh, this one coming into the left-handed Ansh. Does well, bat and pad together. Plays it defensively back towards the bowler. Final delivery, this one quicker through the air. But Ansh Tandon does well, flicks it. Wanted a second, but Usman sends him back. 13 overs gone. Pacific Group 103 for 4. There's a change in bowling. In place of Anurag, Weber comes in. Left arm spinner. First delivery outside the off stump. And it's in the gap. No chance for sweeper cover. 4 runs. Excellent shot that from Ansh Tandon. As if he wants to welcome Abdul Rahman in the com box. Welcome, mate.
Thank you, Shrijit. What a start to the over. Width on offer. And he's placed it perfectly in the gap. I'm not sure about this matchup. Left-handed bowler against the two left-handers. Again, short of length. And intelligent cricket takes a single, gets the senior batsman back on strike. Usman looking good on 31.
Bowling his very first over, Vaibhav. Remind me of Mitchell Santner, the way he comes and releases the ball.
And the spectacles as well. For sure, the spectacles remind you of Santner as much as the bowling action.
This is so unlike Santner.
Again, I'm not sure about this around the wicket angle to the left-hander. You're also taking out the LBW completely out of the equation if you come around the wicket to the lefties. No chance of hitting the stumps, or even if you are, that impact, the ball is always going to land outside leg stump.
And he's doing same what Anurag did from the very same end. This one up in the air. Single for sure. So I don't feel that there is any point in bringing left arm spinner from the very same end where you introduced Anurag, because he was also pushing the batsman on the back foot. He was also coming round the wicket and targeting outside the off. Look at that. Played it straight to the fielder.
Again, unable to find his length. Pitching it short. And Mohammad Usman, the most experienced batsman in the ground at the moment, I should say. Ansh Tandon as well. What would say his protege in the UAE domestic circuit. 113 for the loss of 4 wickets in our Pacific group at the end of 14 overs.
Change in bowling. Lahuru comes in for the first time. First delivery. Tossed up. And good looking drive coming in from Ansh Tandon. He's very strong on the back foot. We have bowled that loopy delivery. Has got those strong front foot. Comes forward. Leans into that drive. It's a sight to watch.
Yeah, very good batsman to watch, Ansh Tandon. I do have to say that he disappoints a lot more than he impresses at times, especially with the talent that he has as a batsman. I tell you what, no better batsman to have on your side than Mohammad Usman when you're trying to find your groove. Mohammad Usman, in my personal and very humble opinion, the best left-handed batsman in the UAE at the moment, including everyone that knows how to hold a bat.
Couple of steps down the track. Good use of the feet against spinners. We haven't seen any sweep shot. The reason being they have not forced them to play that. You have deep backward square leg. And this one hits him on the pad. But umpire says no.
Umpire Sunij thinking about it. Nervous times for Usman. At front foot. Yeah, I was going down the leg side. Look at the keeper. That's the idea. The wicket keeper way down the leg side.
Again, coming into the left-handed batsman. Very watchful. Played back to the bowler, not for any runs. 15 overs gone. 116 for 4. Webber will continue and shortens his length. He saw Ansh Tandon coming down the track, charging. Good thinking by Webber.
Now the rebuild is complete now. They've lost a couple of wickets quickly, Pacific Group. And this is a steadying partnership. They have the last 5 overs and they do have a lot of batting still to come. The likes of Zishan Abid and Rizwan KS can hit the ball hard. Mudassar Ghulam as well.
Right behind the bounce, but protection there in the deep. Good thing about NBD bowlers is that they have not given away boundaries to these two batters. And look at that projected score. At one stage was 190, 200. And talking about sweep shot, Ansh Tandon goes for that one. It's in the air. And, one touch the rope. Good work in the deep. 2 runs.
Well, the intent is very clear now. Both batsmen trying to be aggressive. Both trying to get the boundaries. As you said, they have dried up. And Ansh Tandon looks to be the aggressor here.
Comes down the track again, failing to find the gap and the boundary. More importantly, played it straight to the fielder. Just 4 runs from Weber. Loopy delivery again. That sweep shot. This time misfield. Will it touch the rope? Yes, it will. Boundary after a long time.
Yeah, just a bit of spin on that sweep shot. The fielder did well to get to it. Just that slide right there. Bad bounce. And it hit his hand and went into the boundary. Pacific Group will not mind. 124 for 4 now in the 16 overs.
Lauru comes and bowls this one, and what a shot that from Usman. Couple of steps down the track and over the bowler's head for 4.
Well, they waited. They waited for a good 3-4 overs. They're cutting loose now. These are ominous signs for the Emirates NBD. They've gone with the spin option in the 17th over.
This one slightly quicker through the air. Usman does well, very watchful on the back foot. A strong wrist. We have said anything around middle and leg, he will flick you towards backward square leg. Very strong on that part. I don't know why they are targeting Usman's pad. And this one up in the air and taken. Headlong on. Ansh Tandon cannot believe.
While he had connected well, he thought that was going for 6. Just not enough height on the ball, and a very good catch taken by Anurag. Ansh has to walk back. 19 of 18 for him. 129 for 5 now the Pacific Group. I'll take you to the end of the innings. Will be Eldin joining me in the comm box.
Thank you, sir. That's flighted delivery outside the off stump. Just to cover, no run on that occasion.
We're not scared to toss the ball up. Lahiru has picked up a very important wicket. Ansh Tandon cutting loose would have been dangerous for Emirates NBD.
It's the outside edge. No slip. Fielder after it will cut it off. And it looks like they just settled for a single.
Was Jan Abid very tentative up front. A wicket-keeper batsman. He's used to starting off with pace bowling to him. We are in the 17th over, and Lahiru, even though he conceded at first ball boundary, has pulled it back very nicely for Emirates NBD.
That's right, he's mixing it up. Those tight lines and just play it off his pads. So end of the 17th, it's 131 for 5.
Or 3 more overs to go. And Eldin, I'll have to ask you the question here. What do you think Pacific Group will want to finish off? 131 on the board. And this Emirates NBD batting lineup, well, they can spring a couple of surprises as well.
Absolutely. If you see, Usman is playing on 41 of 36. He needs to play till the last over. He needs to finish off the innings. The projected score, if you see a few overs go, it would have been 170, 180. They've pulled it quite back to 154. Again, a dot ball on that occasion. Emirates NBD bringing their spinners, keeping those tight lines, not giving Pacific Group any room to free their arms.
Oh, good spell so far from Anurag. 12 conceded in his 3 overs. This is a very dangerous matchup here. The left-handed bowler against the left-hander. If they were looking at 175, 188 one stage, I think they'll take the 160. Very strong bowling lineup as well for Pacific Group. The likes of Saqib, Jiju Janardhan, Mudassir, Rizwan, KS, to name just a few, and their captain obviously Mujahid Amin. Oh, Mujahid is not playing today. My apologies. Jiju is the captain.
That was full. And that's out of the park. That's a 6. A big hit by Zishan. Looks like he's going to be taking on the bowlers while Usman sticks to the other end and plays it throughout the innings.
Yeah, it's a good plan. Usman holding up just one end, and Zishan Abid, well, we've seen him hit those short arm jabs, so to speak. Not a very big follow through, but that ball has gone all the way towards the academy glass.
Strong man Zishan, good forearms, good shoulders, effortless. The last delivery. A quicker one down the leg side. Wicketkeeper asking that question. Good comeback by Anurag on that occasion.
Well, a bit of argy-bargy going on. Umpire not giving it his wide, saying it hit the pads. Oh, hit hard and straight again. Anurag has done really well to get some hand on it. And a misfield air, but it doesn't cost a lot. They get another run.
Okay, one final delivery in Anurag's spell. Will he finish it off? Again, a short ball. That was a bad delivery to finish off, and that has been pulled again by Zishan for a 6. Anurag finishes for 27 or 4 overs, goes wicketless. It's 18 overs gone, 146 for 5.
That's the bowling card. Mohammad Yasir. We'll expect him to come back and bowl one more over. 2 wickets to his name. Asad Ali Raja. 18 runs conceded in 1 over. He did pick up a wicket. And Lahiru Malwatta. 2 overs, 10 runs, 1 wicket for him as well. Good economy rates for Charuka and Anurag. Anurag was 12 runs in 3 overs before he conceded 15 in that last over. Was still finishing at an economy rate of 6.75. That's not bad in a 20 over game. We're looking at the bowling options here, Eldon. Who do they go with? I think it's Mohammad Yasir coming in to bowl.
Yeah, looks like the last 2 overs would be, one would be Mohammad Yasir, And the last over quite possibly would be Vaibhav Singh. Down the offside. That's a wide. Looking at how Zishan is batting, I don't think they're going to go with the spin option.
Yeah, good point there. Very good point, Eldon. I don't think a spinner is a good option with Zishan batting. Strong forearms. He's jabbed at 2 deliveries and he's thrown them out of the park. So you're absolutely spot on. I think they'll stick with pace.
Zishan's been there for quite some time now. Mostly off strike. That can definitely tend to mess up the concentration of a batsman who has been there for too long but hasn't had the strike. It's just like coming in to face your first ball again. Yasir's got his tail up. Again, slower short delivery. Is that going to be caught? And he's gone.
Well, Yasir continues to take wickets. In the end, and nothing short from Mohammad Usman, just guided it into the hands of that deep square leg fielder. This is a big wicket. The set batsman has to walk back for 142, 147 for 6. Now the Pacific group.
Rizwan, the new man in, will take strike. There's no point of batsman crossing. New rule being introduced by the ICC that the new batsman will be on strike even if the previous batsman was out caught.
Yeah, one of my favorite rules. Rizwan KS on strike. First ball given as a wide. Mohammad Yasir is not happy. That's a good decision by Sunij. It was outside the white line and moving away from the left-hander. Yeah, just about.
Say maybe a tough call, but we could see it on our screens from the comm box. However, the umpire is in a much better position to call that. Yasir not happy, but he's done well in this over. Okay, that's a quick single. Direct throw. It's a direct hit. Again, we've seen Emirates NBD good with the throws. They've got a couple of direct hits. One direct hit, they did get a wicket. Let's see what happens on this occasion.
Oh,
just tapped it.
Very risky single. That very risky single. And that is poor running. You have to say that is one KS. What are you doing? Unbelievable. He was in. All he had to do was drag his bat, Eldon, and he has to walk back now.
Again, a poor show by Pacific Group. They need to go back to the drawing board and look at their running. This is basic school stuff. You need to drag your bat.
He wasn't expecting the ball to come towards the stumps. But even then, it's a very disappointing innings. A very disappointing way to get out as well. First ball duck for his 1 KS, 148 for 7. One new batsman is Mudassir. A comical run out, and the only people not laughing are the Pacific Group dugout. Rizwan KS sent above Mudassir. That's saying a lot about his batting skills. He clearly has to work on his running. 9 more deliveries to go. 148 on the board. They need to get their 160 mark. Eldon.
At one stage, they looked like they were going to get more than 180 to 200. Again, an in-swinger there. Poor fielding there by the fielder. That's going to run away to the boundary. Emirates NBD have kept it tight. They don't want to give easy runs. Captain's not going to be happy on that occasion.
Yeah, needless boundary conceded that. It was hit hard but straight at the fielder. It was Zishan Abid and right through the gateway of India. 150 comes up for the Pacific Group. Zishan moves along to 19. This is a very important cameo, an impactful cameo. Can they get another 10 runs from here? A 165 barrier will be a tough one.
Short delivery, pulled to the leg side just for a single. They get Zishan off strike. Mudassir to just face one last delivery from Yasir. He's already picked up 3 wickets. Can he get a 4th one?
I'll tell you, this is not a bad result for Pacific Group as well. Mudassir more or less has a free hit now because they want Zishan on strike for the last over. They're pushing for a single. They get it. Well, they need every run here. Pacific Group 154 for 7 at the end of 19 overs with 1 more over to go. Well, Eldon, it's not Vaibhav, it's Akhlaq. Both of them had been expensive, but Vaibhav giving away 18 in his 2 over, Akhlaq 24 in his 2. Is this the right move from Emirates NBD?
It's like a calculated risk there by the captain. Oh, that was a quick one. Oh, just misses that. Again, Zishan just taking his time to get into the crease. He knew if he hit, it was curtains for Zishan.
Now everything happened in slow motion there. The ball hitting Mudassir and then had a lot of time, the wicket keeper. Zishan had already given up. But in the end, they get the 1 run, and more importantly, Zishan Abid comes back on strike. 20 of 8. What an impact he's made with the bat.
What's more important for a Pacific Group is that Zishan stays on strike. If they want to get to a total of 170. It's a good delivery into the block hole, not giving Zishan the room to play those big shots.
We have pinpoint accuracy on the Yorkers. That's why they gave him the last over, even though it conceded 24 in his 2. So far he's landed every delivery perfectly. Is this a good catch as well? Yes, it is. So the move to bring in Akhlaq has worked so far for Emirates NBD. 2 runs and a wicket in the last over. 156 for 8. It's Mudassir who has to walk back after scoring just 2 runs.
It's very important that the captain has that confidence in you. He's thrown the ball at Akhlaq. and he's done justice. Mudassir walks back for 2 of just 3 deliveries. It's 156 for 8.
Which Irfanullah on strike, and again a Yorker from Akhlaq. 2 more deliveries to go, and Zishan Abid needs to send one of these into that parking lot.
You're right. But Akhlaq bowling those tight Yorker length lines. And then, okay, that's hit. Fielder coming underneath it. And it's gone over the ropes for 6.
Well, on cue, the last penultimate delivery of the innings. Zishan Abid waiting for that Yorker, and that mistake a bowler does when he's trying to go for that Yorker, err in length and line, and it becomes a full delivery or a full toss. And he's dispatched it straight down the ground for a maximum. Beautiful hit that from Zishan Abid.
It's not very easy to hit those low full tosses. Last ball, Yorker length again. Down to long on. Will they go for the second? They settle for 1. Pacific Group finish off the innings with 164 for 8. It's a good comeback by Emirates NBD. They could have been chasing anywhere around the 180-200 mark, but they've done well to pull back the score.
Yeah, this is a very strong Pacific Group batting lineup. There you can see Jiju Nardhanan, the opener, and Fahad Nawaz, both international pedigree, falling to Mohammad Yasir. Abhay Jotin was looking good, 24 of 15, falling to Ali Raja. Then Mohammad Yasir came back in again and took out Usman Mohammad, the highest run scorer of this innings. A couple of cameos from Fayaz and Ansh Tandon, and a very important counter punch from Zishan Abid, 28 of just 11 deliveries, 18 extras conceded, Eldon. I think that will be a big disappointment for the Emirates NBD.
That's right, 18 extra. That's an extra 3 overs bowled. Pick of the bowlers here we see is Lahiru Malwata, just 5 runs conceded off the five per over, bowling 2 overs. Vaibhav Singh just giving 18 runs. Mohammad Yasir picking 3 wickets just for 29. He was a little expensive earlier on. Alkek Haider going for runs earlier on, but a good comeback to finish off the innings. Muhammad Asad Ali Raja, just 1 over for 18. Charuka Raveen bowled well with just giving 26 of his 4 overs. And Anurag Nishad, 27 of his 4.
Well, that's the summary then. 165 runs needed for the Emirates NBD to cause an upset here and take out the Pacific Group in game number 42. We'll be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere as we come back for the run chase.
Welcome back to the second innings of the match between Pacifc Group and Emirates NBD. Pacifc Group scoring 164, leaving Emirates NBD 165 to win. And joining me in the commentary box, taking us through the first half of the innings, will be Srijit. Welcome back, Srijit.
Good evening, Ellen. And you're right, 165. The way they got the start and the way Usman and Ansh Tandon were batting, I for one thing thought that 180-90 is achievable. But you have to give credit to Emirates NBD bowlers, the way they kept things very tight, especially spinners. So two new batsmen in the middle, and they have a task. The task is to give the start and chase down those total, which is 165. Shahir and Sohail in the middle. Solid looking batting lineup, and definitely they need to put a price tag in the initial half, because they will definitely attack in the first 6 overs.
That's right, Srijit. Emirates NBD bowlers, the spinners, as you rightly said, have done their job. It's the batsmen that need to take them through to the win. So, Shahir and Sohail to open the proceedings for Emirates NBD. Shahir, I beg your pardon, will take strike. And from the ICCA Academy end is Saqib Mansad, who will be bowling the first over. Oh, first wicket! Inside edge, onto the stumps. Emirates NBD getting the first wicket, drawing first blood. There's no runs on the board.
And I'm surprised that they're not celebrating. Were they expecting this? The fast bowler, the moment that he bowled that delivery, look at that. Full outside the off stump, inner half of the bat, ricochets onto the stumps. No expression from the bowler. I thought it hit his pad, not the stumps. Wasn't the case. So, not for the loss of 1 wicket. They are yet to open their account, but the wicket column, it has opened. Excellent start this for Pacifc Group.
Not the start that Emirates NBD were looking for. A wicket of the very first delivery of the innings. Shahir back in the pavilion. That brings Hamad Ahmed on strike. He's got a job on hand. He's got the India helmet on. Big heave outside the off stump. It's already showing his intent. He wants to get moving right into the power play.
I think you will have to first understand the pace and bounce, the track, and then go for that big heave-ho, because you have already lost a wicket. You haven't opened your account as far as runs is concerned. Angling away, trying for that cut shot, couldn't really connect. Bowled really well, Saqib. Intent pretty clear, full outside the off stump. Unlike Yasir in Emirates NBD, we saw how well he was bowling the first couple of overs. He was getting that banana swing. He's not getting that swing, Saqib, but he's bowling in right areas.
down the leg side, angling onto his pads. Signal leg by the umpire. See that the ball isn't coming right onto the bat there. Batsman may need to play a waiting game. Just watch the ball all the way till the end. We saw the same intent from Pacific group batsmen. They waited for the ball. They knew it wasn't coming onto the bat, so they waited. They played the waiting game, and they picked those singles and the twos on regular occasions.
Nice looking shot that from Sohail to open his account. Good captaincy. They have kept one fielder at sweeper cover. Had that fielder been inside the 30-yard circle, would have been a boundary. Intent pretty clear, not allowing these two batters to get those boundaries, which is very much required in the power play to build a cushion for the middle orders. Again, swing and a miss. Slightly back of leg delivery. Was very close to Ahmed's body. Excellent over. Coming to an end. 1 over gone, 2 for 1 ECC.
Saqib to start from school end. Emirates NBD just scoring 2 of the very first over. Same time losing Shahir, the very first ball of the innings. I beg your pardon, it's Irfan. White ball. Not the start Irfan was looking for. Maybe a loosener on that occasion.
We have seen a bowler, putting pressure from one end and the other one releasing that by bowling those wayward line. You have to maintain that pressure from both the ends. Much better line, forcing Sohail to play, and that's a tricky line as well. If you can move the ball from that particular length, nothing like it. But so far we haven't seen much of the movement from these two bowlers, Irfan and Shaqib. But again, good thing is that they have kept things very tight, bowling in right areas, and the very first delivery that he bowled, always important to test the batsman, because batsmen are very new. Foot movement is very important, and not that. And this one, angling into the right-handed batsman, to which Sohail had no clue whatsoever.
Yeah, that one just nipped right off the surface. Hit him in the mid-region. Sohail not getting any room to free his arms. We'll be definitely looking for something outside the off stump.
There's a slip fielder, impact offside field, backward point cover, and again Sohail moving a bit towards his leg stump, creating some room. But you need to give credit to the bowler. He's following the batsman. Not that shot where he can try for a pull shot. Very quick around that ribcage area. He's forced to play a defensive stroke.
Sohail Stronger on the offside, looking to get a little bit of room. Irfan angling the ball, making the ball talk. There you go. That was just outside the off stump. He got an opportunity to free his arms, but that was straight to the point fielder.
I believe for the first time he got that opportunity. And Irfan will definitely rectify that, because he was very lucky to get away with that. Couldn't really pierce the gap on that occasion. Sohail, who's batting on 1. A slow, sedate start, I would say, for Emirates NBD Cricket Club. Outer half of the bat was in contact. Very lucky that it falls short of third man. Ken not able to find those boundaries. Either of them will have to take that calculated risk, either Hamad or Sohail. But both these batters are trying very hard. The NBD bowlers were not allowing them.
Brings Hamid on strike after quite some time. Again, moving down towards leg side, trying to play on the offside. No run on the occasion. It's 2 gone, 4 for 1.
Saqib will continue. Excellent delivery, that full round middle and leg. Played with the straight bat, very important. Especially you are facing Saqib, who is bowling the plan. If you look at the first over that he bowled, mixed his line really well. First delivery full, and then the third and fourth back of limb delivery. Whisk past the bat. This one way outside the off stump, wide, signal by the umpire.
After 2 good overs from Pacific group, you see more of those fielders coming into closing positions. Got a cover point, just 1/3 man. Oh, just right on the money. He didn't know what to do with that. All he had to do was just play at it and just play it down.
Sohail is playing very far away from his body. I think would be a good ploy if you have one silly mid-off for Sohail, because he's not coming to the pitch of the ball. Swing and a miss. Again, second wide in this over. Don't understand when you have that lethal delivery in your armory, which is around that off-stick area which you bowl in the first over. You have to be very consistent with that line and length. He's trying too many things. Maybe trying to angle the ball away from the right-hander. But remember, there's no protection. Beg your pardon, there's a deep extra cover. maybe he's trying to bowl that line so that he can slash and then that player will come into picture. Excellent stuff, that slow one picked up really well.
That's it. That's the kind of delivery Saqib would want to ball to Sohail. As we've observed from the last over that Sohail is more of an offside player. If he could just bring one right back into his pads, he could be very well asking questions there.
Well, again wide. I don't know why he was looking at the umpire. Umpire won't miss that.
The only runs given in this over are wides. No runs off the bat. Saqib definitely need to control those extras. And keep that offside line. That's a much better line. Just played it with soft hands. There's no run on that occasion.
He was out for a stroll without watching his partner, without watching the fielder. He played with the straight bat and he was out of his crease and went for a casual walk, then realizing that went straight to the fielder. And this one from middle of the blade, confident looking stroke, long chase. And well, this looks close. Jiju Janardhan there puts in a slide. Umpire will definitely have a check. Look at that. In the gap, outfield still very fast, very quick. Touch and go. No, it's not a boundary. Excellent line. Angling away from the right-hander. Dot to end the over. 3 overs gone. 9 for 1. Emirates NBD.
Edged over the slip fielder for 4.
Well, that was full outside the off-stump. Irfan looking for that Yorker, but erred in line and got the treatment. Well, not where he intended to play, but still, it's a boundary. Nothing much you can do for that.
Pacific group won't mind that. That shows that they could be looking in for a chance of another wicket. They've put that added pressure in the first few overs. They know Emirates NBD are struggling to get to the required run rate. Could definitely be looking in for a chance. So again, moving down the leg side. Irfan following Ahmed on that occasion, not giving him room. Just wrapping him on the pads.
They're looking very predictable, these two batters, Ahmed and Sohail. They're not coming down the track. They are stuck inside. They're just swiveling and they're trying to aim that extra cover region. They're just trying to slice. But you need to give credit to Irfan and Saqib. Again, Goodland delivery on the off stick. Wanted to cut. Inner half of the bat was in contact.
From Emirates NBD point of view, they need to get a move on. The required rate at 9.15. They don't want that to go over 10 or 12 runs and over, because that's going to be really difficult.
Square leg inside the 30-yard circle. And this one drifting down the leg stump. I think he thought that Sohail once again would shuffle and try to play one on the off, but he didn't do that. Good thinking from the batsman. Barring first 2 overs, they are slowly but steadily trying to make a comeback. Emirates NBD batters. They lost their first wicket in the very first delivery. Much better line. A back foot punch straight to the fielder.
Pacific group, good all-round unit. Srijit, they're good in the field. They've got a good batting lineup. They bat deep. They bowled well. Both their opening bowlers creating that partnership, keeping it tight. It's giving 15 overs within 4 overs.
Swing and a miss. Again, no foot movement. Just trying to slice that one over extra cover. He tried it n number of times, but not able to connect. The reason being there's no foot movement. Will have to move a bit towards middle stump and then try to get to the pitch. He's playing way away from his body, which is a dangerous ploy, I would say, from Sohail.
Again, wrapping him on the pads, not giving him enough room. No run on the occasion. 4 overs gone, 15 for 1.
Saqib will continue again, angling away from Ahmed. I think these two batters, they're not using their feet, they're not getting down the pitch and trying to make some connection. It hasn't been the case. See ball, hit ball approach from Hamad and Sohail hasn't worked so far. This time just opens the face of the bat and chops it down towards third man for a single. Single won't hurt Pacific group for sure, considering the fact that they haven't really utilized the power play.
You're right, Srijit. Ahmed and Sohail need to do something different. They've been blocking too many deliveries. At at least straighten down the leg side. They would at least need to make an attempt to connect the ball. That would at least give them some runs. Maybe a boundary or two could do some good to their confidence.
They need to middle the ball. They need to middle. That will definitely give some confidence, and then you can probably try for those manufactured shot. This time opens the face of the bat. It was in the air. Just a single.
That was more of a half-hearted shot there. It was more of a check shot. Could have possibly swung at that. Maybe a baseball swing. Could have had the ball travel a little bit quicker.
A slip in place. Backward point. Sweeper cover. Mid-off. And this one very close to the off stick. Cleared front leg. Wanted to heave that one towards onside. Mid-wicket region. But again, it's very difficult to against someone who is bowling quick and also angling the ball away. There's a high chance of getting the outer half of the bat in contact, and that's the reason if you look at the third man fielder slightly wider, that player will come into picture. So good field placement by Jiju Janardana. Invitation is on because mid-wicket is inside the ring. There's no fielder patrolling the fence on the onside.
Yeah, Pacific Group could be pretty okay with that field setting. They know that the batsmen are finding it very difficult to connect to those deliveries. Bowlers don't have to do anything different. The only difference we need to see is from the ENBD batters.
They don't have a plan B, I would say, because the intention was pretty clear to attack, which is not happening at this stage. Slow one, and again towards the third man region for a single. Ahmed will retain the strike. 5 overs completed. Emirates NBD 19 for 1. Change in bowling from school end. Jiju Janardana for the first time in action. And also we have a change in the com box. In place of Eldon, here comes Abdur Rahman. Good evening, mate.
Good evening, Shrijit. Thank you. Triple J, Jiju Janardana starts off with a good delivery, but a very good single taken as well. We have to say this innings going nowhere from Emirates NBD. 16 deliveries for 5 runs for Sohail, 14 deliveries for 8 for Hamad, and the required run rate, well, almost 10 and over now.
This time he cuts straight to the fielder. Will get a single. He's not looking confident, especially when he's trying for that cut shot. This is the third time that he has tried cut, but straight to the fielder. And I think there's a big difference the way Pacifc Group batters batted. Somewhat similar. They were not allowed to get boundaries, but what they were doing was getting singles.
Again, Jaffa swinging away from the right-hander. Yeah, this Pacifc Group fielding unit is a bit special. Fahad Nawaz at point, saving a boundary, almost getting a run out. A previous delivery. And guys like Jiju Janardhan and Irfan and Saqib Banchad just not giving away any deliveries that you can get, as you were saying, on the middle of the bat. Again, even the delivery that's in the slot, they're unable to punish. That was a very full delivery, almost a half volley. But he's camped on the back foot, Ahmad, and that's why just unable to generate any momentum in his shots.
And also that foot movement, which is very important, especially when you are playing against swing bowlers or fast bowlers. Yeah, if you are Virendra Sehwag, then it's another case. This time a slow one, played it defensively towards backward point. He's not planting his front foot forward, especially when he's trying to slash it or play towards extra cover. He's stuck inside the crease. It's that extension of arms. Hand-eye coordination not working their favor.
Funny you bring up Sehwag, because even though he didn't have a lot of foot movement compared to some of the more contemporary batsmen, he still had that trigger movement where that front foot just went towards the pitch of the ball. You're not going to have any runs if you just stuck to your crease. 22 for 1 now at the end of the power play. Mudassir Ghulam, the new bowler. At the power play, Pacifc Group was 63 for 3 and 22 for 1 is what Emirates NBD has managed so far. Very slow start this, and look at that required run. He just keeps pumping up.
And I want a spinner to operate from school and academy and just to watch their footwork, which in these many overs we haven't witnessed yet. What will be their ploy against spinners, and especially against someone who gives more air? Will they be stuck inside the crease and look for those cut shots? I don't know. Again on the back foot, plays it towards third man. That's the only area where they have scored runs. "24 runs on board. Power play session done and dusted." Still they have a slip.
Or maybe the batsmen are waiting for that spinner to come in. And this bowling lineup, that might not happen. They do have Rizwan KS as a spin bowling option and Fahad Nawaz. But the medium paces fast bowlers have done well so far. Another swish and miss from Hamad Ahmed.
This has been the picture so far for Emirates NBD batters, especially Ahmed and Sohail. 18 deliveries, 10 for Ahmed. 20 deliveries and 7 runs. That's Sohail's stats. This is not a test match or one-day internationals. This is T20.
What Shajid, I'm very disappointed in you comparing this to a test match. As soon as you've said that, he slashed at one hard. I'll tell you what, these days even test matches go at 4.5 runs and over.
And since we said 4.5, viewers would be very much interested to know what is the current run rate. There you go on your screens, 3.75. Will they be able to better that? We'll have to wait and watch.
Well, at this rate, they won't even get to the 100. That will be a disappointing performance. There is a big gulf in class between the two teams as well. Good fielding at deep third man. Rizwan KS stops a boundary. The pedigree of the players and the Pacific group, the likes of Mudassar Ghulam, Jiju Janardhanan, Fayyaz Ahmed, Fahad Nawaz, Zishan Abid, Ansh Tandon, Saqib Munshid, almost knocking at the doors. Fahad Nawaz actually played the last T20 that UAE won against Namibia. So you can see there is a big difference in experience as well. Oh, it's in the air. Finally, he gets a hold on one and is trickling away to the cover boundary to get the first 4. Emirates NBD.
Well, he was trying that for a long time. And this time from the middle of the blade. 4 to end the over. 7 overs completed. 30 for 1. Emirates NBD Cricket Club.
What Shrijit did ask for it, and they have delivered. A spinner comes into the attack from the school end. Rizwan KS.
Left arm round the wicket. Flighted delivery. Again rooted inside the crease. Played it towards extra cover for a single. Again pushing the batsman onto the back foot. We saw that in previous innings as well. Bowlers were more, whether it is Anurag or Webber, were pushing the batsman on the back foot.
Plays all around that one. Hamad trying to hit that ball very hard.
This time around middle end leg, punched it towards sweeper for a single. They need to make sure that they are tossing the ball up, especially to these two batters. Place one field around extra cover or short cover, if they're skillful enough, play it over that short extra cover fielder's head.
This one a bit tossed up, as you said, but not able to find his line. Rizwan. What's in the air? It's in the air and it will be safe. Goes a couple of bounces into the hands of Anshtandin.
Remember, this is the 8th over. Fine leg up in the circle. Third man inside the ring. Backward point. It was slightly short. Got the treatment. It's in the air. Well. What was he doing there? Had he been there on the edge, definitely it would have been a simple catch. Look at that. In the air for long time. Boundary to end the over. 8 overs completed, 37 for 1. Mudassar will continue. Back of length delivery. Attempted pull shot. Couldn't really connect. Getting a single. But yes, as a spinner the previous over, barring that last delivery that he bowled, he asked some serious questions. Was in the air. There were chances created. Would be a good option if they can operate from both ends, school and academy. Backward point. Sweeper cover, mid off, mid on inside the 30-yard circle. This one following the batsman. Again, in no man's land.
Still not able to manage the pace of Mudassir. Hamad moving to 21 of 24. Got in a couple of boundaries, Hamad. The run rate required now almost 11 and over. And the question here is, Srijit, are they going to chance their arm in the last 10 overs? Are they going to go for that score? Still need 126 to win from here. Have 9 wickets in hand, Emirates NBD. Oh, what a connection that. But that could have answered part of my question. It's Sohail this time who gets a good piece of the bat. And he gets a boundary.
Poor bowling from Mudassir. Was short and he was waiting for that one. Very strong bottom hand coming into picture. 43 runs on board, not even 50. Remember, we are into 9th over and they are chasing a target of 65, beg your pardon. This was Sohail's first boundary. And again an attempted pull shot. But his back leg was stuck inside the crease. That's the difference. We have seen many pull shots where they swivel and... but his position is not in a great position to play that shot. Maybe it would be a good idea if you can place 2 fielders at backward the square leg and consistently ball that line.
There's that trouble with the short ball. You're right, Srijit. Just unable to get under the ball. And I think Mudassir will try that one more time. Yes, he does. But this time he gets very lucky. Outer half of the bat. And it goes for another boundary. And all of a sudden the runs are coming and coming quickly for Emirates NBD. They've hung in. They haven't given up. And now they are scoring some runs and scoring them quickly.
Very lucky. But he'll take that. 10 runs of this over. They need to target. They need to target a bowler. Now they have no option. because 47 runs. Remember, they have to go at a pace of 10.6 to reach to that total. This one round the pads. Again, not a confident looking stroke from Sohail. Nonetheless, a single leg by signal by the umpire. 9 overs gone, 48 for 1 ECC. Fly to delivery outside the off stump, up in the air and over the long on fence for 6. Was in his arc. He said thank you very much. Look at that. Trigger movement towards front, and then he moved back and played it towards long on for a maximum.
A very clean connection as well from Sohail. This time firing it into the pads. It could be a chance of a run out, but he doesn't collect cleanly. Rizwan. Good cricket from Sohail. A maximum followed by a quick single. Current run rate is moving up. Now almost 6 and over. At one stage they were 3.5 runs and over. And they are rotating the strike as well. 56 on the board now for Emirates NBD Cricket Club.
Excellent delivery on the middle stick, middle and off. Look at that, again playing away from his body. Need to have one silly mid on or silly mid off.
Or should the test matches start in about 3 days? You'll get your heart full of silly mid offs and silly mid ons. I don't think any fielder in his right sane sense of mind will stand at silly mid off with the way these two are batting. Going on the back foot and then punching it or cutting it. Again gets the outer half of the bat. This time he gets another boundary. 13 runs off the over. Very expensive over.
Look at that. Again on the back foot. Wanted to cut it past backward point. Not where he intended to. But will get a boundary. Halfway through, 10 overs completed, 61 for 1.
We are at the halfway stage. 104 runs needed for the Emirates NBD Cricket Club. 9 wickets needed for the Pacific group as Fahd Nawaz comes into bowl and coming into the com box for the next 5 overs. Is Eldon. Well, Eldon all of a sudden, Emirates NBD have clicked into another gear.
Thanks, Abdullah. Was watching it from the sidelines and I could see that they've been hitting the gas quite hard there. They know they've only lost 1 wicket, and if they keep that in hand, we could see an interesting result at the end of the game.
A very important start that, as you said, 9 wickets in hand. Fahd Nawaz comes into bowl. First ball cut hard, but just a single. Not a lot of bowling options for Pacific Group. Jiju, Irfan, Mudassir, Saqib, Rizwan and Fahad, the 6 bowlers that they have. Oh, it's connected really well. It's in the air. And a simple chance goes down. And to rub salt into the wounds, it goes for a boundary as well.
Now that's what Pacific Group do not want to see, is lapse in fielding. That was a simple catch. That was right down his throat. More importantly, Emirates NBD gets a boundary of the drop catch.
Oh yeah, right down his throat, almost hit his throat as well. Burst through his hands. And Pacific Group just taking it a bit too lightly. Cricket is a funny game. A couple of sixes. Just like that, it's in the air. Mudassir losing the plot. But this time, he grabs hold of it right in front of us. He was thinking that's going to go for a boundary or a maximum. Then it came back in. And Fahad Nawaz, well, he gets 2 wickets in 2 deliveries. A drop chance and then almost another drop from Mudassir. But he holds on.
Yeah, he went back and forth to judge that, but he judged that really well. Got that at long off. Hamad Ahmed goes for 30 of just 29 balls. Emirates NBD are 66 for 2.
Last wicket कितने रन की पार्टनरशिप थी? 66 रन. 66 run partnership broken. Remember, the first wicket fell on the first delivery of this Pacific bowling performance. And now it will be Charuka who walks in to support Sohail.
Again, they need to build another partnership here. Charuka, the left-handed batsman, quite possibly would like to disturb the line of the bowlers. They've got the momentum. They've kept the required run rate to around the 10 mark. Again, they don't want the run rate to spike up due to the loss of wicket.
Yeah, rightly said there. Well, then they've kept that required run rate in check. The current run rate moving up quickly as well. Short and wide, unable to get it past the infield. Fahad Nawaz, as I was mentioning just before he came into bowl, played for the UAE in that inaugural win in the T20 format in the World Cup. T20, beg your pardon. We'll talk about that later. As the over comes to an end, 66 for 2, not the end of 11 overs. A spin from both ends. And outside off stump. It beats Sohail. 29 of 33 deliveries. Oh, he gets a sweep, and again through the legs of the fielder. It's Saqib Manshed this time. They're having a torrid day in the field, the Pacific group. Irfanullah again, beg your pardon, well, he is having a torrid day in the field. He dropped a couple of chances, giving away easy boundaries. Oh, it's just one of those days, the ball keeps following you. He's at mid-wicket, he's a square leg, he's a short fine leg, and he's made blunders in all three locations.
Yes, he would definitely want this day to end. It's end of the 11th over. I beg your pardon. Just 3 deliveries gone. I think.
Now you want this over to end very quickly. Just 2 deliveries, and Heldon wants it to be at the end of the over. 71 for 2. Charuka finally gets back on strike against Rizwan. Oh, dancing down the track. That's a monster hit. It's landed in the car park. Well, Eldon, I hope your car's not parked there.
Maybe after the 15th over, I might just need to walk down the parking lot and see if everything's okay. But that was heaved right into the night sky. It's for a huge maximum.
Well, Srijit was saying they sent in the left-hander just to ruin the rhythm of the bowlers. And it's working so far. Again, the important thing is they've kept that run rate in check. Hasn't gone above 11 so far. So Emirates NBD will think they're in the hunt. Another set of boundaries here will really cause panic in the Pacific group.
Just played it down the leg side. Raveen looks confident, especially after that 6 that he hammered right over mid-wicket. As long as they get the singles and twos and keep those dot balls in check, they should be in the hunt for chasing 164.
Fired in, a chance of a run out, but a misfield. That's what pressure does. Far Nawaz with a slight fumble. An expensive over comes to an end. 12 overs done. Emirates NBD 79 for 2, needing 87 in the last 8 overs. Far Nawaz will continue. Gave away 5 runs in his first over, picked up a wicket. And in the air again. Simple take, just a single.
That brings Charuka Raveen on strike. Got a spinner bowling. Will he go after Fahad?
Well, I think that's why they have sent him in, the left-hander. Goes in the air. This is a chance. It is Jiju. No, it's Mohammad Usman, most experienced man on the ground. And he's taken a good catch. And Fahad Nawaz gets another wicket. 2 wickets to his name now.
Pacific Group very happy to see the back of Raveen. They knew he was here to disturb the line of the bowlers. This time, not timing it, but timing it right into the hands of the fielder. Emirates NBD are 80 for 3, and Charuka Raveen departs for 7 of 7 deliveries.
Another left-hander walks in, Anurag. And again, I think they're trying to keep that left-hand, right-hand combination now all throughout the end of the innings, especially with the left-hand orthodox spinner bowling. Oh, it's a big appeal, it's a big appeal. Umpire says it's off the pad.
Umpire quite confidently signaling, but tapping his left thigh. Just played it down towards mid-wicket. Fahad running after it. Anurag off the strike, off the mark. Beg your pardon.
Umpire Vipin, one of the most experienced umpires here in the UAE. Vies his trade in the ICCA Academy Ovals and the Sevens grounds for the Dubai Cricket Council and the ICC Academy matches. Oh, Swale, outside edge. Fahad Nawaz picks up another wicket. And all of a sudden, the Emirates NBD Cricket Club is falling apart here in this run chase.
He had no option but to go for it. The longer you wait, the pressure builds. Now Sohail but returns back to the pavilion for 36 of 38. Emirates NBD are 81 for 4.
A new batsman in Lahiru Malawatta. Right-hander replacing right-hander. Fahad Nawaz, what an inspiring bowling change from the captain, bringing him in to bowl. And what a brilliant over. 2 runs conceded and 2 wickets taken. Over number 13 comes to an unlucky 13 for Emirates NBD. 81 for 4. Rizwan will continue. He's given away 33 runs in his 3 overs. A chance for a run out. Oh, buzzers. Buzzers! It's 6 runs. Can you believe it? What should have been 1 and a run out is now 6 runs. Unbelievable.
That is sloppy from Pacific Group. They've got quick wickets in the last over. Proved to be unlucky for Emirates NBD, but not the 14th over. Started off with quite a bit of luck there.
But they need all of it. 78 needed of 41. What a way to start the 14th over. 6 runs in the ball never went in the air. 87 for 4. 78 runs needed. Required run rate 11.4. This time down the leg side. That will race away for the boundary as well. Very expensive start. This 10 off 2 deliveries.
That's the kind of start that Emirates NBD is looking for. Looks like they will go for after the bowler in this over. They already know that Rizwan has conceded 43 in under his 4 over spell.
This time, good cricket. They have the 11, they have the 10 in the first 2. They take a quick single. They need 11 and over. They have 11. Well, with Rizwan just losing his confidence, I think Eldon, they should try and target this bowler and see if they can get another couple of boundaries here. Make this a big 18-20 run over.
Agree, Abdullah. They've already got 11 of the first 3 deliveries. They know Rizwan is a bit low on confidence. They should definitely exploit that.
No, hit hard and straight. Ansh does the cleaning. Rizwan K as well. I'll tell you what, Irfan and Rizwan both have had a torrid day. Rizwan run out first ball that he faced, and that was all his fault. Didn't drag his bat. And now he's conceded 45 runs in 3.4 overs. Played it in the gap. It's Abhay Jotin who does the cleaning. Just a single.
Just one last delivery in Rizwan's spell. Can Emirates NBD get a big one of the last ball, or are they just going to settle for a single?
Well, they have nothing to lose here. I think they should go for it. Let's see. No, it's good delivery. You have to give credit to the bowler as well. Fired into the stumps. And just a single, but still a very expensive over. 14 runs off it. 47 off 4 of Rizwan's spell. 95 for 4 now. Emirates NBD Cricket Club at the end of 14 overs. Fahd Nawaz into his 3rd over. 2 left arm spinner, 2 different stories for Pacific Group. Rizwan K is going for 47 in his 4 overs. Fahd Nawaz on the other end has given away only 7 runs in 2 overs and picked up 3 wickets. And how do you explain that to someone who doesn't play cricket? No, absolutely no chance. A single. Lahiru slowly but surely moves along, but the required run rate now moving up very quickly, Eldon.
It looks like a big mountain to climb for Emirates NBD. He still haven't touched the 100-run mark there. You're right, run rate above 12. He's come down the wicket. He's pierced the gap between long off and mid wicket. And that's gone for a certain boundary.
Oh, hit very hard, no chance for the Emirates NBD boys sitting in the dugout as well. Almost capping one in the knee, Hamad Ahmed. And he saved his kid. Nicely done. Good reflexes, Hamad.
The only reason why the kid also has pads on, he knows there are going to be some deliveries coming down towards that mid-wicket region.
Yeah, I think he just scared a little bit. Good to see some young supporters coming into the ground and watching the cricket. A reminder to all our viewers, you can watch this live on CricTracker and Facebook page of ICC. The fan code ICCA Arabian Cricket League. Supported by the likes of SkyExchange.net, Dream Set Go, TCM Production. What a production it's been as well. High class, high quality cricket. Live on your mobile phones and TV sets. A single this time for Anurag. 18 of 8 deliveries, Anurag. I don't think he's faced as many deliveries as Emirates NBD wanted him to.
Same story when Pacific Group were batting. Again, wide outside the off stump. Down to sweeper cover for a single. That's what happens when you keep an informed batsman off strike. And then he faces a delivery. It's like facing the first ball all over again.
Yeah, just hope frustration is not seeping in. They're still in the game here. 63 needed in the last 5 overs. This is a big delivery right here. If you can bet a boundary, hits it down to long on. A single taken. Another good over this for Emirates NBD. 8 runs off it. 103 for 4 now. Emirates NBD club in the end of 15, needing 62 runs to win. For last 5 overs, 62 runs to win. As I welcome Srijit into the comm box to take us to the end of the proceedings. Wow, Srijit, still 6 wickets in hand. On any other day, you'd say the batting side are favourites here, aren't they?
Thank you, Abdul Rahman. You're right. You have 6 batsmen to come, and you are on the losing side. What will be the discussion like in the dressing room? And you're waiting for what? You're playing out 20 overs? Is that your aim?
No.
I don't know. You have to really question their thinking, their plan.
Yeah, well, they sent in Anurag, who's batted in a brisk pace. And yeah, those 6 wickets in hand, they're all fidgety outside, dressed up and ready to go in and hit a few 6s or 4s.
I think they need an 18 plus over, and that is very much required, quintessential, if they want to from here on win this encounter. Otherwise it will be very difficult. Look at that, following the batsman, not allowing any room. And on the other hand, Anurag, they will have to actually manufacture, they will have to take that calculated risk. Forget about calculator, they have to take that risk, and which from their end we haven't seen yet.
Well, with 13 runs and over needed, as you said, one 18-run over will make quite a big difference. You have to say the quality of the bowling attack in front of them is also a big challenge. The likes of Irfan, Far Nawaz and Saqib Manchajiju Janardhanan to come. I don't think it's going to be as easy. Again, just too late on that pull shot. Anurag, just a single.
They know their weakness, they know their strength, and we saw that first 6 overs, Emirates NBD's planning was pretty spot on to send their attacking aggressive batters, But you have to equally give credit to the opposition, the way they have bowled to them, not allowing them to, free their arms. And when they tried to, they lost their wicket. Full length delivery, played it with the straight bat. It's in the gap, but excellent work by Ansh Tandon. The live wire, just a single.
It covers ground very quickly, Ansh, and it was hit very hard and very straight. But Ansh did really well, and best part is he's kept it to a single. Nice sport running between the wickets. All good fielding. You be the judge of that. If you're supporting Emirates NBD, you say it's good fielding. I have my bank account at Emirates NBD, so I have to be very careful with my words. You don't want to have an extra charge on my credit card tomorrow. Oh, short and quick brute of a delivery from Irfan. He's had a very tough day in the field. Irfan dropped a couple of catches and let the ball through his legs a couple of times. But he's a good bowler. Just the 10 runs conceded in 3 overs. That's very good bowling.
He's got strong shoulders. He's not a tall guy, but he generates power, pace, which is very much evident the way the batters are, dancing to his tunes. That back of length delivery, the Yorker length deliveries. Final delivery outside the off stump, up in the air and straight to the fielder. Jiju Janardana, the fielder there, will complete the catch. What an over this. 2 run and a wicket.
And very good captaincy. Mid-off in the circle. It's Jiju Janardana. He's held on to dear life. But in the end, they take a catch, and in the end, Irfan gets a wicket. Anurag Nishad, good innings, 20 or 14, but a bit too late in the day. 105 for 5 now, Emirates NBD in the 16 overs. Afar Nawaz will continue. 3 wickets in the spell so far. Can he get another 2? Get a 5-foot? Good day in the field. Oh, he's in the slot. He has deposited over mid-wicket for a maximum. We got a bit greedy there, Afar Nawaz, trying to get that wicket. And this game is still alive. 15 runs and over needed. And they've gotten a maximum.
And he was trying to bowl that quicker, to bank on those loopy deliveries. He was helping Lahiru with the angle he played. Tossed up delivery, up in the air. Has it got the distance? No. This is what you can do. The more you reduce the pace, extra power has to be generated from the batters to clear the fence, and that was the reason why he couldn't clear this time around.
He doesn't turn the ball a lot. Afar Nawaz relies a lot on accuracy rather than spin. More in the tune of Imad Wasim than Mohammad Nawaz. Again, it's in the air, and this time another maximum. right in front of us in the comp box. And Vadnavaz has conceded 2 sixes in the over. This game is alive, Shrijit.
Very much, Abdul Rahman. We were talking about 18 plus runs over. We have already got 13 in first 3 deliveries. 3 more to be bowled. Can they get 1 or 2 more in this over? Would be very interesting. Tossed up delivery. It's up in the air. It's in the gap. It's a boundary. Runs are coming freely in this over.
Well, Shrijit had asked the question at the start of the 15th over. Hey, what Emirates NBD want to do with the batsmen that are in the dugout? And I have to ask the question, where have Ali Raja and Lahiru been this whole time? Ali Raja is 10 off 2. Lahiru is 12 off 9. And they need 43 runs of 20 deliveries now. That required run rate is below 13. It was 15 when this over started.
And this one, slow one, angling away from the left-hander. Was looking for a big heavo on the onside. Lucky. For one final time. Comes forward. This time close to his body. It's up in the air. Fielder coming underneath and he drops it. It's a big miss considering the fact that we are at a crucial stage.
And they have run 3. Can you believe it? 20 runs off the over. You asked for it and they've delivered. Shrijit should have asked for something else. 125 for 5 now at the end of 17. Emirates NBD very much alive in this run chase. Irfan comes into bowl. And they're defending 40 in the last 3. Oh, hit very hard. Over cover. Saqib Munshid with another chase. And they get to...
Well, we were talking about middling the ball. And post 15, we have seen each and every delivery. They are playing it right from the middle of the blade. They're getting boundaries at will. And remember the first delivery that Ali Raja faced, almost inches before that boundary line. All of a sudden tension in Pacifc dugout. Now, third man up in the circle, fine leg inside the ring, backward point, sweeper cover. Long off patrolling the fence. Yorker line delivery. That's what you need to do. Full outside the range of Ali Raja's bat. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, very good stuff. I'll tell you what. A slight top edge. And the ball would have raced away to third man. Both fielders in the circle. Third man, fine leg and point. And Irfan has delivered, as you said, a perfect pinpoint wide Yorker. Now 38 runs needed. When you just go back and calculate all those dot balls and all the singles that could have been twos, and Emirates NBD have not done themselves any favors here in the run chase. They should have been a bit more aggressive in the power play, maybe. Oh, he's connected. That's what I was talking about. Gets a big edge. Saqib Munshid with a lot to do, and he's done really well. Well, the virus of the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Some fancy footwork there from Saqib Munshid.
What a stop that. He bowled really well today, and now he is saving some important runs for his side at a crucial juncture. Remember, he saved 4 important runs. The very first delivery, there was a chance, and then now in the third one, look at that. He had to cover long distance.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the second viewing, that is very dangerous. You don't want your foot landing on the ball when you're running that quickly. More short ball. Ali Raja had no clue.
Very intelligent thinking there from the bowler. He was expecting full outside the off stump. What he did was he bowled back of length around his ribcage area, took an evasive action. This is a juncture where even a boundary will have an impact, and Irfan, he knows really well that his 2 deliveries, remaining legitimate deliveries, will be very, very important. If he can manage to get a wicket, nothing like it.
Oh, he's connected. Saqib Munshid has been the busiest man on the field, and they get a double. Good running between the wickets, very good running between the wickets, Ali Raja and Lahiru.
6 well, 1 run shot. Umpire signalling it, and which means just 5 runs. It's an excellent over. 35 runs required of 13 deliveries. This would be the turning point. We have seen many a times the 18th over turning out to be a crucial one. Again fires in a Yorker, outer half of the bat, and well, we have to wait and watch whether he stopped it cleanly or not. It was a valiant effort from the fielder Mudassir.
Yeah, good field placing as well by the captain. We were talking about this. The third man was in the circle previously. This time, Mudassir, and as he done, he's done really well. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. What camera work as well from our cameraman on the side screen.
Certainly saved a boundary. 18 overs completed. 1-3-2 for 5. What an over this.
Well, what an over, what an eventful over, the 18th over. 7 runs off it, and could have easily been 12 or 13. Couple of boundaries saved, a run short, and almost everything happening in that over. Irfan has bowled a magnificent spell, a match-winning spell for Pacific Group. But Emirates NBD are still in the hunt. 33 needed of 2. This over needs to go for 15 or 16. It's not going to be easy. It's Saqib Munshid.
It's a hard nut to crack. Left arm over the wicket, angling away. It's in the air and well dropped. Jiju Janardhan, not at all expected from this fielder.
Well, it is flu season, but I tell you what, these fielders wouldn't even catch a cold, let alone the ball. I think about 6 or 7 have been dropped so far from memory. And Jiju Janardhan, the captain, letting an easy one through Saqib Munshid. He's deserved a couple of wickets.
Yorker length delivery. What a delivery that from Saqib. That's experience. He knows where to bowl, and they need at least 18-20 runs in this over. Otherwise, match will be slipping out of ECC's hands. And that length is very difficult. Or else you have to shuffle across and bring out that helicopter shot. I'm up in the air. Long chase for long off fielder before Mudassir cuts it off. 2 runs for Lahiru and Team ECC.
Again, good delivery from Saqib. And good fielding from Mudassir. Just the 3 runs. 135 for Emirates NBD Cricket Club. 30 runs needed off the 9 deliveries. The last 3 balls of this 19th over are crucial, absolutely crucial. Oh, he's pinged it, middled it, straight like a tracer bullet for a boundary. And what a crucial boundary this from the bat of Lahiru.
Indeed, Abdur Rahman was a good delivery, but he made it look so simple. Cleared his front leg, opened the face and played it in the wee. No chance for long off, long on fielder there. 26 runs required now of 8 deliveries. As we speak, 2 fielders on the offside inside the ring. Third man, sweeper cover. Long off patrolling the fence. Full toss in the air, but falls short of the fielder at third man. Just a single.
Oh, good field placing again. Could have easily had that third man fielder in the circle just to give some more protection on the boundaries, especially on the leg side. And even with that boundary, this has been a good over so far. 8 runs off it. 25 needed of 7. This ball needs to go for a 6 or a 4 to keep Emirates NBD in the game. The Pacific group will want to have a dot ball, preferably a wicket. Single would do nicely as well. Fine margins in this first game of the doubleheader here at the ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-23, powered by Fan Code. And was started off as a slow and dull run chase, has become an exciting finish, just like almost all the games we've seen in this Arabian Cricket League.
They need to get a 6 here. This time it was a slow one up in the air. Fielder coming underneath, and there you go. Jiju Janardhan. Remember, he dropped one, but this time around he completes the catch quite easily. Excellent stuff. Look at that. Slow one, had no answer to it. Good take.
The very difficult chances like this, going backwards, and he's done well. Triple J. This will give them a lot of relief as Ali Raja walks back for 20 of just 11 deliveries. 140 for 6. Now Emirates NBD needing 25 runs in the last over to win this game.
So final over. Mudassir comes in and bowls back of leg delivery. There was an appeal and up goes the finger. Lahiru will have to go back. He's trying for that pull shot. Not able to really judge the pace bounce. And he's out.
Now he's very disappointed. He has a faint edge. And Mudassir picks up a wicket. 25 needed now of 5 deliveries. Pacific Group needed that one wicket, that one delivery to settle this game, and they've done that. 140 for 7 now, Emirates NBD. बोली जा रहा हूँ ऑफ है
नहीं ऑफ अपने आप हो रहा है. Akhlaq Haider, the new man in, will replace Lahiru. Again a back of leg delivery. He started off with that only, that line, that length. The first spell, the first over that he bowled. His main strength is that back of leg delivery at a good pace. And Akhlaq has no answer to that one.
Here 2 new batsmen at the crease now. Akhlaq and Yasir. Yasir hasn't faced a delivery yet. Akhlaq, a wild swing at the first one. And mathematically, this game is over. If there was any doubt, with that dot ball Yorker will confirm that. And can Mudassir bowl a maiden wicket in the last over? That'll be a special performance from him right at the death.
What a spell this from Mudassir. He picked up a wicket. He bowled with some good pace. And he will try to complete this on a higher note. Maybe 1 or 2 more wickets which he can add to his tally. A slow one, slow bouncer. Just a single. I think the difference between Pacifc and Emirates NBD batters is that Emirates NBD, they didn't look for those singles and doubles in the initial half. Rather, they were putting pressure on themselves by wasting those deliveries. On the other hand, Pacifc, first 4 or 5 deliveries, they were looking for singles, and then the final delivery, they managed to get a boundary, which spoils the bowling analysis. Yorker lane delivery. Again a single.
Yeah, you're right. Just the fine tuning needed in this batting performance, especially in the power play. 22 for the loss of 1 wicket, Emirates NBD in the power play, compared to 63 for 3 for Pacific Group. That's the difference right there. About 40 odd runs, and that margin of defeat looking like about 20 odd runs. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out where they went wrong. The Emirates NBD slightly slow up front, and the last ball, oh, he's hit Mudassir. They take a single though. Are they? Oh, Zishan is asking for the ball. He wants to get him run out. Yasir, you need to complete the single, my friend. Ooh, right on the shin. I think they've not taken a single, so it'll be a dot ball.
They haven't completed that single. 20 overs, 142 for 7. And we all hope that this is not a serious injury. Mudassir is a crucial cog in the wheel for Pacifc. And Pacific Group at the end, they have won the match by 22 runs. What a performance this from Pacifc. At one stage we all thought that single-handedly they will take the game away, but thanks to some terrific bowling performance, there you go, That's the sorry looking batting card of Emirates NBD Cricket Club. Top scorer being Sohail Anwar, 36 of 38. Hamad Ahmed, 30 of 29. Wasn't the start which they would have thought for. Remember, this is the 42nd encounter which went to Pacific's way. And there you go, that's the bowling analysis. Barring Rizwan KS, everyone bowl with an aim, and that was to dismantle the ECC batters. Jiju Janardhan, wicketless. Saqib Manshad, 2 wickets to his name. 3 wickets for Fahad Nawaz, and 1 apiece for Irfanullah and Mudassar Ghulam. 142 is what they managed to score. They stipulated 20 overs. And at the end, Pacifc Group winning the match by 22 runs. What a team performance by Pacifc Group. And as you all know, that's a double header. Second match coming your way. Ajman Heroes taking on Rajkot Thunders. That will be match number 43 in SkyExchange.net presents Arabian Cricket League, powered by FanCode. Before heading into the second game of the day, we'll go down straight to Eldin, where we'll get to know who is player of the match.
Mic test 1 2. Start. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation of the Sky Exchange ICCA Arabian Cricket League powered by FanCode. Before we begin, firstly, we would like to thank the ICC Academy and all the administration involved behind the scenes for its support in hosting this level of a tournament. We would like to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor, SkyExchange.net, powered by sponsor FanCode, official streaming partner FanCode, event partner TCM. In the 42nd match of the tournament, Pacifc Group defeated Emirates NBD by 22 runs. Commencing ahead, we would now be announcing the man of the match. The man of the match award is going to be presented by our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. The man of the match award goes to none other than Fahad Nawaz for his 4 for 35 of 4 overs from Pacifc Group. Fahad, बहुत बहुत कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस, बढ़िया बॉलिंग 4 for 35. आपके स्पिनर्स जो थे उन्हें छक्के पड़ रहे थे, पर आप बहुत काम होके आपने 4 विकेट निकाले.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम जी, बस बॉलिंग अच्छी हो गई आज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. बाकी अब विकेट ये है कि टर्निंग विकेट नहीं थी, बस ये था कि जितना विकेट टू विकेट बॉल करें उतना सपोर्ट करा था, तो बाकी वही किया और उसी पे फोकस कर रहा था.
पिछले 2 मैच में आपने 48 बनाया, 78 बनाया, ओके. ये टाइम बॉलिंग चल गई, लास्ट 2 मैचेस में विकेट्स नहीं मिले, पर ये टाइम आपका थॉट प्रोसेस क्या था?
फोकस तो मेन बैटिंग है, लेकिन आज हुआ नहीं क्योंकि उस तरीके से क्लिक नहीं हुआ. तो ये है कि आज बॉलिंग पे थोड़ा फोकस किया क्योंकि बैटिंग नहीं हुई, तो सेकंड जो है ऑप्शन उस पर थोड़ा फोकस करके वही प्लानिंग किए थे उसके हिसाब से बॉलिंग की और विकेट मिल रही थी.
लास्ट मैच में आपकी टीम ने 227 बनाया, आपकी बहुत अच्छी बल्लेबाजी थी. ये टाइम पे ड्रेसिंग रूम में क्या डिस्कशन हुई थी?
हमारा जो प्लान था एज अ टीम यही था कि पूरा 100% दें और कम से कम रोकें, और लेकिन उन लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी बैटिंग की. उन लोगों ने जिस तरह का किया सब प्लान बैटिंग करके आए हैं, प्लानिंग करके, तो उन लोगों ने भी बहुत अच्छा खेला. लेकिन ये है कि हमारे बॉलर्स ने बहुत अच्छा कमबैक किया और हमें बहुत अच्छा सपोर्ट मिला उस चीज़ से.
बहुत बहुत कंग्रेचुलेशंस. आप जाइए, आपकी टीम के साथ एंजॉय कीजिए. ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू सो मच.
That's it from the center. We'll see you for the next game of today's Super Saturday doubleheader. Thank you.